Hey friends, just picking around a little bit, trying to mix it up a little something today for you guys with the midweek message, Pastor Buddy Chapman from Keep the Promise Ministries. And I got a little story. I had a little picking on the guitar today, talking to some friends. And man, sometimes when they grab the guitar, it's just like kind of like a time machine to me. And I was just messing around. I was thinking back something a friend told me one time when I was recording some stuff in the studio, and we were trying to figure out this real, heavy duty lead, and we were going to do all this stuff. And the guy said this, and I never forget, he says, you know what, buddy, the note that's not played is just as important as the note that you do play. It's just got to be in the right place. And I thought about that, and I go, okay, let me slow it down and kind of think about what's going on. So how does that tie into the message today? Well, the title today is called Enough Said. And I was talking to another friend of mine earlier today, and I said, man, is it just me, or does it seem like people are more sensitive to stuff nowadays? And what I mean by that, it seems like people can really be just really quick to respond, maybe not in the right ways. I think we all can do that, it's just, And when I was growing up, I just didn't seem like that happened as much. But everything is so fast now, and I think we take everything so personal. And I thought about what that guy said years ago when I was in the studio. The note that's not played is just as important as the one that is. So it made me think about this. When I'm in a situation, I'm talking to somebody, or I'm at work or doing different things, is what I have to add to the conversation, is it that important? Is it going to glorify God? Is it going to bring unity? Or would it be just better off not being said? Hey, it's all about, taking that time. One of the things I was thinking about is, as time's gone by, I try to really process things before I speak. I think that's something that we all work on. I know it's definitely something that I continue to work on. And I tease all the time in Bible study. I said, man, let's just give it the 10-second rule. Let it process for a minute before we just jump in and go, wow, I think it should be this, and I think it should be that. And so with that being said, how often in our life do we just knee-jerk response, and then the next thing you know, we find ourselves going later, hey man, I'm sorry about that, I probably responded wrong, or maybe not, I don't know, but something to think about. So tonight, I think it's a really good thing to, just like with that music, my buddy would say, man, just let it breathe a little bit, just let it breathe and stuff. And I think, man, we could take that right there and apply that to our lives. Sometimes in situations, instead of just responding, knee-jerk reaction, boom, and on emotion, hey, one of the points I want to talk about today, just let it breathe. Process it, man. If somebody's telling you something, especially if it's something that, it's kind of close to your heart, maybe, as we're taking that little 10-second rule, maybe we're praying about that and go, Lord, help me to understand this like they're telling me, or help me to respond Christ-like in this situation. So, with that, does it really what I'm going to react, is it going to bring unity or not? I know I said that, but that's what I'm always talking about. Man, what do we got to do to bring peace to the situation? Next, when I'm in a situation, is it the thing that I'm going to bring to the table or say, is it going to honor God? Is it going to point people to God? Or let's be honest about it, sometimes it's going to point people to us. Hey, look at me. And man, that is probably the biggest turnoff for any of us. We don't like folks that seem to just always be, look at me. And, we have to guard our heart against that. I know sometimes it can come off that way and we don't realize it. But, I just pray that the Lord will continue to guide our steps in that and say, you know what, let's keep the focus where it needs to belong, on Christ. Something else I was thinking about, you don't realize this as much as I don't know, as much as we probably do now as time goes by, but our tone, the way we say something. You could say, hey, really nice haircut, or you can go, real nice haircut. They totally come off totally different. And, as I go through stuff and read different things, they say that, people really pick up on our clues from just the way we respond, our actions and things like that. So maybe even if you're not saying it, people might be picking up on your body language. So how do we work with that? This is what the Lord shows me. If I keep my heart right, then my words are going to follow. If I keep my heart right, then my actions are going to follow. So tonight, you know what? The title is Enough Said. I'm going to let it ride like that. So, take a look, get a chance, read James 3:5. It talks about how our tongue is one of the smallest members of our body. It's hard to control, but it can give a grand speech, or it can set the woods on fire. So it's our choice. But I pray today, as we just go through a few of these things, man, you know what? Let it breathe. Point them to Christ and turn around and speak words of encouragement to one another. So I hope you guys enjoyed the message tonight. Pass it on. We love you. We'll talk to you soon. Looking forward to a great weekend. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.